I didn't even look to see that it's even. I'm gonna assume that it's even because most of you guys look like you know what you're doing. So team, welcome to League of Legends Shoutcasting, XLNC Shoutcasting. A little bit later tonight because of 2v2s, which you might continue to do in the future because that was fun.
That was
I want to do more of that in the future. But we do have teams losing matchup versus Team Salty Cheese. I am XLNC Jake Hilton, mixed with my duo caster, XLNC Wraith. And we are going to have a rockin' time tonight. You see that? I don't know how to make Zaya into a pun. But J4 banned out. That's going to be against Flag and Drag. We do have, if you guys are new, there are some players that focus ban other players since they played for a while,
which means shocker. The Yasuo banned out in game one before the thing. Before Champion Select started, I leaned over to Jake and said Yasuo banned in game 2, but it looks like Yasuo is banned in game 1. Jin banned out. Somebody's salty.
All it takes is one game of There's No Pause on the Yasuo. He almost carried a very losing game about 3 weeks ago with that Yasuo. He is so good on it. But also the Thresh ban, which is focused onto Jade, of course. As I was saying earlier, if you're new tonight, Kokujin, Forsaken Guard, and definitely Nacho, you guys get the opportunity to bring out something new, something nobody's seen before, to crush a lane.
Aatrox, bad.
He did get a slight buff, but I had him show up in 1 or 2 games.
I feel like somebody looked at Briar's OP.gg.
No, Briar was on this team.
Oh, okay,
so
never mind.
I don't think the player they were playing with. But Aatrox did get a little buff a couple weeks ago, and it does help him last a little bit longer in fights, but not something shockingly great. I mean, I played a couple, or with a couple, and they weren't.
Kali. Phantom picking up his classic Kali. I like it. All right, and it looks like Soraka picked up. Yeah. Now the question is this going to be flex to the bot lane, or is this a mid lane Soraka? And with
jungle Soraka, definitely gonna happen.
Taric. Okay. All right. I was looking for something really low tier, maybe a Xin Zhao or something like that, but no. Briar's going full AP Taric.
AP Taric.
I'm just calling it because that's what he does.
It's true. He could go.
Or this champion's supposed to go AD and kind of make him tanky and stuff.
He could just go straight AD.
Attack speed on hit.
Yeah, kind of like that Braum we saw a couple weeks ago in the mid lane. Taric with Moby's boots coming out of the jungle with stuns all over.
Briar's like, that's a great idea.
You can see how support. I thought we were banning Lord Reeves. Oh no! I didn't mean to pick Soraka. I guess we have double supports for Team Salty Cheese. There's the awkward octopus coming out from Lollipop Zors.
Okay, so here's the question. Can Lord Reeves make mid lane Soraka work? Nong has done it AP or AD. Will we see the AP Soraka coming out? Because we know Reeves really likes those AP carries, so you think he's going to mix it in? What do you think? Or is he just going to flex it to something?
Oh, are we going to have a full support team?
Supports.
This would be pretty interesting. Well, we'll just see what they do. Well, you guys can communicate on Discord. You can talk about it. If you decide that you really strongly, these are custom games, but really strongly want to remake it, then I'll make sure that I get everybody into the game. It's going to be a little hard for the new people for Forsaken Guard, but I will try my best to make sure that everybody gets into the game again. But I believe they're probably going to just play it through, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so
Do we get a full support team for Team
So 4 supports and Kog'Maw.
Okay, what was it? 4 supports and Twitch in an ARAM game was oppressive as heck.
Well, yeah, because you can't kill the Twitch.
Twitch
can kill everyone.
That was really hard. Now, playing like a top lane Janna would be a little difficult, but the Tristana Leona, a pretty good combo.
Top lane Tom Kench, though.
That's true. That's true.
Out.
I was just saying Janna for the shields is really helpful, but you could also go ADC Lulu. Has been done before. Dyrus used to do that a lot in the top lane. Just go
it's not as good as it used to be.
No, not nearly as good, but still it could be fun.
That's not a support.
Hey, I have seen Zac support before. Not very often, but on rare occasions it does show up.
Midnight usually plays the ADC role.
It's true.
So my
probably
question
gonna trade.
Is what's up?
Probably.
All right, so we've got Sweets on Tristana. We've got Jade picking up the Leona. That's a new pick for him. I haven't seen him do that yet. Is it Alawi or Fiora? Alawi or Fiora?
With this combo, I prefer to see Alawi. Because you get a little more tank, you get a little more damage. Fiora is really, really killer, but Alawi is going to be that tank line with Leona. Basically, Leona lands a Solar Flare ultimate, followed by the Alawi ultimate. You're going to have everybody dead if they are grouped. So it's going to be super crucial for Salty Cheese to not group, which they definitely have the right team to not group because Tark's going to be in the front, Twitch is going to be so far in the back, Zach is going to be engaging from a massive distance. They actually have pretty decent opposite fighting style teams, so we'll have to see which one comes out. God bless, I'm man mode Tarek.
All right.
So it does look like Kukujin is taking the Twitch ADC. They still have a couple seconds that they could trade out, but Midnight, which is normally the ADC, playing the jungle Zac, which is kind of cool. So it's probably going to be Lulu top and Soraka mid. We'll have to find out. But with these, as we're about to start the 3-minute countdown, that means you get a whole minute and a half to talk about these teams and pick. Wait, who was last pick? I guess I was the one who picked last.
No, I had first pick last week.
Yeah, so that means I get first pick.
Yes, you get first pick this week. So Jake gets the first prediction this week. The question is, will he end the dry spell or will I remain undefeated? That's the question, and here's his analysis. Let's go.
Only 2 weeks that you've been 2-1 so far. No, the first one was a 3-0, the second one was a 2-1.
I'm 4 weeks running, dude.
No, what I mean is in prediction totals. Like, last week I did win one team.
I mean match.
Our randos play bot lane apparently. Sorry. No, that's fine. To midnight, it's fine. You're working on with your team, figuring out which one is gonna be what. So anyway, as I'm burning time down, I got about a minute left now. Interesting team compositions for losing matchup. They definitely have more of a standard lane picks. Salty Cheese, they've got a real powerhouse. This is going to be a tough one to call. But I think at the end of the day, I'm probably going to give it to losing matchup because they have both the even lineup as well as they really just have all the tools that they need, whether for engaging, whether for disengaging. They've got the burst of Akali. They've got the late game damage Tristana, Lee Sin to set up the plays. The support lineup of Salty Cheese is massive, but you have several people that can be assassinated by the Akali, the Lulu, the Soraka, the Twitch. It's really going to come down to, no surprise at all, Flag and Drags Tarek to find out whether or not he can keep his team alive with those ultimates and stuns. And if he can, they could win very easily late game. But if he can't, I think they're going to lose.
All right. Actually, I wanted to pick up Salty Cheese anyway.
Cool.
Simply because of the ridiculous team fighting potential between the Zac and the Twitch. You have the massive burst potential or AoE damage coming out of Twitch's ultimate. That's a well-known staple fact. You have Lulu to buff him up. You have the ultimate, you have the shielding, you have the healing, and you have the Tark ultimate. And just a ridiculous amount of tankiness. The only way that they have to deal with that is Tristana. So if they shut down the bot lane, I'm looking for Midnight to camp bot. If he does that, shuts down the Tristana, I think they win the game. However, if the Alawi in the top lane gets out of control, or the Akali manages to get so fed that he can kill Twitch through the shields, I think those are their 2 win conditions. But aside from that, I really feel like they get outscaled just in severe tankiness and healing potential.
I think it is going to come down to pretty heavily the assassination, because if Leona lands a clutch ultimate on the Twitch, he's going to die. But if they cannot get to that back line of Twitch, or Zac does a really crucial engage, they will probably lose, because that Twitch is just not going to be touched. You could even, you don't even have to put all of the things on the Twitch at the same time. You could slow them. First person Akali goes in to kill Twitch, you wild growth the Twitch, he's going to be fine. Then Tristana jumps in to try to assassinate him.
And she dies.
Soraka heals. And by the time Alawi's then jumping in, or Lee Sin's jumping in to assassinate, you've got the Tarek ultimate that's been prepping that whole time comes down as well. Yeah. So between all of them, they definitely have. It's basically just a keep Twitch alive.
It is a Jugger Twitch comp. You usually have that synergized around a Kog'Maw. The Juggermaw comp or Jugger Jinx comp is a really traditional thing that's popular in the LCS around season
Jinx
3.
especially.
Yeah, Jinx, Kog'Maw even more. does more damage than Jinx late game, but no mobility, no ability to peel for himself.
Which is why I want to see the Lee Sin, there's no pause, ganking bot lane to shut him down early. If you get 3 or 4 kills on Twitch and you push that bottom lane, even through the first tier turret, pick up a dragon or two, you not end Twitch, because he could always come back late game, but you delay him coming into the game long enough that you could potentially build up enough of a gold deficit in their favor, or just a gold bonus to your team, that you can eventually kind of push over. But you do have to either shut the Twitch down or get somebody like the Akali or the Alawi so far ahead that you just cannot stop them. Because Alawi late game, especially in those team comps, can be really hard to shut down because she heals so much, but she needs to be ahead. If she starts to lose in the top lane, and she goes, 1-3 or something in lane, she's not going to be that effective in fights. So we have to see how it all plays out.
So this game revolves around the bot lane, top. Now, of course, the mid lane is there's.
They are going full support. Full support.
Oh, Reeves is taking wind speakers. That is interesting.
Do we get 3 supports bot lane and ignore the top lane? Just massively punch this Twitch right through the bot lane to the inhibitor and. Back in season 4 and 5, I had a lot of friends that we used to do some super cheese stuff. 5-man teleports.
Whoa. This is Tart top lane.
A Tart top lane, okay.
So it looks
that
like...
pairs decently with Alawi.
Yeah.
I like that better. I like that because if you use the rocker to the Twitch to heal him up, and then you put Lulu in the mid lane, AP Lulu mid lane, that could be really nice. So, yeah, they want to boost this Twitch ridiculously.
Yeah,
now,
this is
Twitch's ultimate spray pray lasts for a set period of time,
5
but
seconds.
It's not set on number of shots like Jhin is. So with Lulu's attack speed buff, you can actually get out more shots than you could normally. So he is going to be super painful when it comes to the late game side of things.
Yeah, another point to bring up is the fairly low amount of CP. Except for Jade coming out of matchup. Not to say that there's a huge amount. Well, okay, there is kind of. Got a silent snare coming out of Soraka plus a slow. I don't really get off CC very often. But you have Zac, you have the bounce together, whatever that thing's called, stretching strike.
Now Kith.
Yeah. You have his knockup and you have his ultimate, which I still think is busted, but Riot never listens to me. You have Tariq's stun, you have Lulu's whimsy and knockup out of her ultimate, and actually really heavy slow glitter lance. So you just have we have to get the close up on the fountain.
Yeah, we don't have to highlight it too much anymore, but we are gonna get a super zoom on the fountain's hands, I guess.
Yeah, we're taking a super close view of the fountain right now, just to show you that it is indeed not moving, and it doesn't have speed, and that Riot still hasn't buffed it. And fortunately, we have a Riot employee in the chat right now, so La Tigress. When are they gonna?
Not technically a Riot employee, but she has contacts with Riot, so needs to get on that and inform them.
We gotta buff the fountain. We gotta give it some movement speed. It's not fair.
Look, even these turrets get 40 armor and 40 magic resist. The fountain doesn't get any of that. We saw that earlier. The fountain doesn't get any armor or magic resist. I mean, talk about seriously underpowered. If you have 0 armor and 0 magic resist, lethality is true damage against you.
I wonder. Now, here's the question.
Or the question of the game.
Does the fact that it's on the fountain, does it heal itself?
Ooh. So it's not the fountain turret. The fountain itself just continues. That is a good question. We might have some level 1 cheese here.
There's always level 1 cheese.
If Flag and Drag is on the team. You need to just...
There's always level 1 cheese, period. And the last 2 weeks, we've had dumb stuff happening at level 1.
They are going around. Actually, so there's no vision from losing matchup right now. There are 4 members here: Tristana or Leona.
Oh, hello!
They're going to go for the Tristana. They're going to get the stun down, but Tristana may have jump early. She's going to jump over the wall, but she's going to find Soraka, who's right there. Gets to heal the flash. Since Sweets is on the run, Leona coming around the side. Jade going to look for the stun on the Lulu. That is nice. Can they get this Tristana out, and they do. Has to burn Summoner and Jump. Just one Summoner. No, she did heal as well.
More importantly, she burned both of them. And she ended up starting Jump,
which is pretty critical.
She has no trading power level 1. That's actually pretty big, and she's going to be forced back. She's going to lose part of this minion wave. Going to be way behind in XP.
So wow, that's actually worth talking about for a moment here, and that is
she burned her pot.
The jungler Lee Sin started blue buff. So there's no reason to be up that far if you're the bottom side. All you have to do, if you know your jungler's gonna be starting the opposite side, is throw a ward right at that red, and then head towards your bot lane. There's no reason to be that far up, because that ward will give you vision if they invade to get that buff, and you're in a safe zone at your turret. And so, just for future games, think about the just throwing down a ward.
Okay, look at that damage.
Tarek going AP, as it looks like, with the Doran's ring in the top lane, gonna get nice.
It looks like I think he's just doing that for mana reach.
Probably.
I go Doran's ring in, and I've never
actually
personally
click on him real quick and see. Yeah,
he has fervor of battle, so that's why I say that.
Oh, in the bottom lane, there's going to be a nice stun onto Twitch. Can the Tristana get in there, get that damage down? Knock him down to half health. He's going to have to burn a pot.
But they are level 2, so...
both are level 2. Leona going to go right back in. Zenith's Blade forcing the flash out. The Ignite is down. The auto attack. Tristana can finish it off. First blood to the Tristana with no flash and no heal. But now Jade on the run. Can the Soraka finish it off? Tristana going right back in.
So is this Soraka double kill?
The bananas are over.
Bananas!
The flash!
Soraka going bananas!
In the bot lane, chasing down, but Lee Sin around the corner. Looks like the Soraka will not continue that chase in. So kill for kill, but first blood to the Tristana that was down so much and then got a little overexcited, which is Jinx's thing.
Yeah.
But overexcited in that one.
Okay, so there are no summoners in the bot lane right now, so I'm really looking for jungler attention to see if anybody's been paying attention to the map.
I got so confused there for a second. I saw somebody fighting in the jungle taking red buff, and they were wearing a bunch of red, and so my initial, whoever wears so much red is usually Lee Sin. He's got a skin, SKT skin, that's very red, very popular. And so I thought it was Lee Sin. I was like, oh, he's stealing away the enemy team's red buff. And then I look, and he's at his red buff, but it was Zach who's wearing the SKT skin, and it just looks very similar to Lee Sin. So
yes, except he's
Real Atias. Welcome. Are you gonna be playing tonight? You haven't played a couple weeks, but if you just want to watch, that's totally cool with us as well. So, kill for kill, no gold advantage just yet, which is a little bit surprising considering that Tristana did get that first blood gold in the bottom lane. Mm-hmm. But there's just been some really good farming on the Zac, who is almost double the farm, as well as Lulu in the mid lane, about 7 farm over. So Lazy is not lazy tonight. He showed up.
Yeah.
So he wasn't sure if he was going to make it tonight, but he made it. That's for sure.
That because nothing says not being lazy like watching video games
on the computer or on the phone. Lee Sin ganking the mid lane. Ooh, nice whimsy there. They're going to wait for it.
Slow.
Gets the Q. Can he get the flash in? Ignite is taken away. One more auto attack. Oh, he jumps to a minion. And he does, flashing out to safety. Forced to use the flash, but still a nice kill in the mid lane, giving it over to the jungler in the top lane. Alawi versus Tara. Go and tank. Can they get the extra slam down? And she does. Definitely Nacho finishing off Lagging right at the top with a great 1v1. They are even farmed, though.
This is looking very good for losing matchup right now. Of course, there is always the Twitch win conditions.
What do you mean losing matchup? They are definitely going to lose this game because Soraka got a kill, and Bananas are absolutely OP.
Yeah, Soraka's probably the worst place they could have that kill right now. Now, the assist onto Twitch is nice. They did try and do the level 2 cheese where you hit level 2 first and you go all in. The problem is you had... Oh, hello.
Ooh, Midnight jumping in on Phantom. He is invisible, though. Running in circles, running around. Where it goes? Where's the Kali popping out? Midnight knows. He chases him down just for a minute.
All right. So, in the bottom lane right here,
Twitch is still under level as well. He's down a level.
And they shouldn't be fighting
great catch there. There's a nice stun. Tristana gets the bomb down, but no auto attack, so may just let that one burn away. Soraka throwing down some heals.
I think she got 1 or 2 autos off, but once again, no major trade. That could have been a really bad engage right there. Hold on, we've got Midnight down here looking for an engage.
Yeah, engage from Salty Cheese. They have no vision on this Zac. Now, they do have the control ward in their Tribush, but Zac, not feeling too comfortable, decides to
stick around. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't go in on it. I know that Sweets has jump up, but he can at least burn that. It costs a lot of mana, give his bot lane a little bit of an advantage. That skill shot.
Oh, that's nice. In the top lane, there's going to be the damage, though, as Zac comes in. Nice bounce around. There's the stun onto the Soraka. Zac is very low health, but his passive is up as Tristana's on the run in the top lane. Tark going to get the kill before Alawi finishes off with those slamming tentacles. Sin Sweet's already used the jump. He does not have the flash. Going to go down. Nice abuse of the fact that her flash. No, she did flash already and still went down. The Soraka going to heal herself up. Used the nice wild growth from the Lulu, who came down here as well. And Lee Sin walks into lane, just decides, you know what? Back off.
Yeah, that was really well played. Good roam by Reeves. Good gank by Midnight, knowing that he could go ham with the fact that his passive was up. But one small critique, they should have given it to the
especially when it's really clear like that. Like I understand that Tristana is so far away and Twitch is so far back that you couldn't realistically just let her run away.
Well, he was auto-attacking her, though, so he...
The Tristana?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, they are going to go in, though. Lee Sin
the double snare!
Can they get this down? So Raka might be able to be finished off here as Phantom Temp tries to get in. Very low health, does get the kill before sacrificing her own life. There's no pause on the run. Gets killed, but still, Lulu picks it up. This poor Twitch is 0-1-5. No help there whatsoever.
Yeah,
he's getting fed off of assists.
They're starving their late game win condition, which as nice as it is for their mid laner on the Lulu to have some. She's going to be really powerful in this phase of the game. Lulu is one of those champions who, when played in the mid, she's really strong early and mid game.
Just good at abusing.
But she turns into a support late game. Support with a little bit more damage. Even the on-hit build kind of falls off late game because she's so short-ranged and can't really abuse it. All that to say that their late-game Twitch, if they can get him to that late-game power where he can start roaming around the map and assassinating people and ganking, then that's probably the best of all possible options. Wow,
Tara going in, but that's going to be Alawi healing a little bit back up. There's the ultimate as well. There's only one member here and going to go down. However, one more tentacle slap would be enough. The minions are there. Flag and dragging hit by the minions. Will it be enough? The tentacle's going to go down. He did stun the minions, but there's Lee Sin just waiting around. Gets the kick and immediately.
No pause.
On this Lee Sin, now 2-1-1. Warhammer's already picked up, looking for that extra damage. Has not upgraded his smite because he wants to be ganking all the lanes.
All right. Let's see.
Still a fairly even game. I feel like the goal, actually, it's almost perfectly even.
Yeah, right now the one big differential is that one kill onto the Tristana. Like I said, this game's going to be decided by carries. Reeves getting jumped on by Phantom.
Midnight getting jumped on. He's going to turn on to the Sin Sweets. Will it be enough? They actually interrupted the jump as well, but both level 6, they decide to back off as it is now 3v2. And Zac heads out, double warding that just to make sure that they have that vision.
Being something we haven't managed to mention yet for some reason is the fact that there's an Infernal Drake on the map. That should be a large point of contention here in a few minutes, but it doesn't look like anybody's posturing toward it right now. So it's even more important. For them to start ganking the bot lane. The first person to end up dropping both bot laners and maybe the tower is going to get the advantage of the Infernal Drake, and that could actually be even more tilting to this game than people might think. Because if Tristana and the traditional mid laner get a hold of that with a Kali, hold on, there definitely Nacho is fighting into a minion wave.
Yeah, these two going back and forth. I like that. Alawi's getting those tentacles to position themselves nicely that if the Targ walks up, she can double thwack him with them. And the healing that comes off of that is really nice as well. And it does look like Zac, as well, with the help of Lord Reeves, is able to get that Infernal, which is really, really nice there. Flag and drag, taken down low, trying to clean out tentacles underneath the turret. So, as you said, they could have pushed a turret, but instead they just sneak away the Drake because there is not enough vision down. There's no pause. It is seen right now by Midnight. They decide they don't want to go in on that as Akali was just in the mid lane and headed away from that. So really good just vision roaming. Hold on a second. Losing matchup even had the Scuttle Crab.
They most likely he most likely jumped the wall. And then the blast cone hasn't been used. So
and how did Lord Reeves get there without?
I was thinking blast cone back, but it's already been used, or it hasn't been used. So I'm
interesting.
Wow,
stuff.
Good trade.
Well, yeah, I mean they got a free infernal, so you cannot complain about that whatsoever. Flag and Dragon take. Ooh, a nice dodge there on the tentacles. He's got no mana though. But here's Midnight looking for the stun. This should be a death on the allow. There's not a whole lot that can be done. The stun gonna fish off. Flag and Drag picks up a third kill of the game, going this AP on hit Tark with 80. The Sheen. And he got Sheen.
Sheen is an 80. Promise.
When did they change that?
They never changed it. It's always been physical. It's Lichbane that's the magic damage.
Oh, yep. I'm old school. Sorry, guys. Relearning things.
Yeah, so it turns into an AP item once you...
I only ever built Sheen on Blitz, though.
Yeah. He's probably, my guess is going to be going for Frosty Mittens, the Frozen Gauntlet.
Frozen Mallet.
No. Iceborne Gauntlet. That's it. Frosty Mittens. So it scales with the amount of armor. The slow field gets even larger depending on how much armor you have, and no one stacks armor like Tark because of his passive. In addition,
one stacks armor like. Right. It is going to be the Scuttle.
Tark is like Gaston.
Rift Herald, not Scuttle Crab, but Rift Herald going to be picked up as well. Sneaking it away, Lord Reeves and Midnight really pairing well to get these. Objectives across the map, and they're going to rotate those into towers, especially with that Rift Herald, as soon as they feel comfortable enough to push the lane. I could see them. They already ganked bot lane once as a duo, and was able to pick up a bunch of kills off of that, and now I could see them rotating either to the top or just continue to push down mid.
Putting pressure onto the mid lane is definitely a good thing, opening up the map, allowing for rotations, boards to be placed and such. It's one critique for Salty Cheese, there's not a ton of vision on the map. There's one control ward bought and placed by Flag and Drag up in the top lane, but aside from that, the map is dark, and that's not a good thing. Soraka does finally have a Sight Stone. Pardon me, the bot lane brush.
Soraka warded that as she passed by, so...
Yeah. So there are now 2 wards on the map.
3 wards.
Vision is super important. Hold on.
Flag and Drag, Nacho.
1.
Yeah, they're going back at it. He throws down the ultimate as well. She's going to throw down the ultimate. Oh, the damage. Will it clear in time? Does not look like it. Looks like he'll be able to get out of that. Sinsweet's nicely proccing that jump. However, he's still going to take damage off the Twitch. He's going to go ahead and expunge. Now Leona coming in from the side. Knows that Twitch ultimate is down. Go ahead and stun it with the Soraka. With Twitch going in on this Trish. Should be able to get the kill. The heal has been used. And just one more attack going to be enough despite the hit from...
Midnight coming.
Midnight Lee Sin here as well. Can he follow in? Not going to be enough. The knockback on the Leona. There is Lulu as well with the blue buff as they 1v1 continues in the top lane. Flag and Drag, good. It finally goes down. Alive picking that one up. I think they have just traded kills back and forth. Frosty Mins did get picked up by that Tark in the top lane.
But
there's no pause looking to stop Midnight from jumping in. That's something. Hang on. We're going to keep going as the Lulu's going to be kicked out.
There's no
Dragon
pause.
Rage to the face.
Midnight
underneath the turret does have the passive up, so we'll use that. But the Twitch gets the assassination off onto Lee Sin. There are still 3 members down here. That is going to be the Zac that does go down. Phantom of Temp getting credit for that kill as he continues to hang out here looking to assassinate somebody going in, but there is double supports here. The polymorph for Kali trying to get back. She does get invisible. The exhaust is down. Can they chase in Tark here as well? Lord Reeves going in, does pick up the kill with the Glitter Lance auto, and with the stuns on the minions, this should be first tower, and this is the power of so many supports. You cannot assassinate this Twitch when there are so many around him.
Yeah, it's really nice that Twitch picked up a kill there. Actually, 2 kills. Getting that amount of gold on him is pretty massive. Because like I said, I'm always talking about the late game, because you can be... wow, that was long range.
Flying in from off the map. I don't think... Lavi may sacrifice her life to get the turret. She gets the turret.
And
is she going to walk away? Doesn't get the heal. One more auto attack should be enough. There we go.
Or just slurp on her.
Just to lay it out. So another thing I was going to comment on earlier is that the losing matchup actually has excellent wave clear. So Salty Cheese cannot siege. They do not have a great composition for sieging. You've got the Tristana, you've got the Alawia, and late game one hit clears most of a wave. Even Akali's AoE
Come
is
on,
massive.
man, the Soraka. She's got that long range Bobby thing.
I was going to say that Salty Cheese has an excellent tower diving composition. You throw down the Tark ultimate, Midnight flies in, the tower diving composition is massive, and they may be diving as tower appears. It's already down to half. Midnight, or sorry, that's the Alawi showing up. Definitely no. She does not throw on the ultimate just yet.
She
might actually die. Oh,
she just didn't have any tentacles down for it.
Oh, she's supposed to get one per person. Is going to be taken out. As Lee Sin finishes off an Infernal for his team as well. So Infernal to Infernal, but that is the top turret going down. So 2 turrets already for Red Team.
And it looks like they're going to get damage onto the next one, too. The Rift Herald's still up. Granted, it's like a little poke. Flag and Drag getting caught out for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hold on, and there's the ultimate. It's not going to mean
hold that.
anything. Yeah.
It just delays his death. But they see everybody in the top lane. Oh! The flash into the stun, but the Q's landed. That's going to be death. But 2 turrets.
But that's 2 turrets.
In the top. Flag and Drag doing a nice job delaying the backs from losing matchup until it was too late to do much in the top lane. So 3 turrets to Salty Cheese as they bounce their way towards the mid lane. May with 4-man push get this one as well, as losing matchup is just late to these rotations.
Yeah, as strong as they are at this stage of the game, losing matchup is just getting out-rotated completely. And they're losing turrets all around the map.
More like losing map, as Lee Sin going to try to get in. There's the speed boost. How are they going to get? They're just going to back off from that. And that is perfect for Twitch, who now has a massive gold influx, 1,400 gold that he can back and get items with.
Yeah, he's 6,000 gold in inventory.
That's definitely one way to get your AD carry back into the game if he hasn't gotten kills, is just to take turrets across the map and get tons of gold.
Yeah, I mean, he is 3-1 too, so it's not like he's super far behind either.
Oh,
wow, Midnight, just go
Here's
ham.
Alawi, but does she have the ultimate back up yet? Yes, she does. The damage coming out. They've got the Soraka. That's 1 support down. Wild Growth onto the Taric? No, it's onto the Zac, and that's going to be Twitch picking up a kill, but probably trying to assassinate. Not going to be enough. Can she get the kill? The armor is too strong from the Taric, and they wipe the floor with a losing matchup. The Trist and this Leona, the only 2 to be able to get out.
Yeah, the big call right there, Leona went, or not Leona, Alawi went ham. She had the perfect ultimate placement. She fired it, but in order to get the tentacles to get the second slap, you have to Q. You have to Q somebody.
There's the Tark ultimate underneath the turrets, and vulnerability for his whole team as Tark continues to chase this Tristana underneath the second turret, but they're going to back off just to get the second tier from the mid lane. And it might look to push as Tristana gets bounced upon once again. Nice shield there from the Lee Sin. He's going to kick the Flag and Drag Midnight. Sorry, I'm so used to Zac and Lee Sin being played by Flag and Drag, but neither of them being played by Flag and Drag this game, as it is the Taric. All low mana, full health, thanks to Soraka.
As I was saying about that fight, Alawi went under tower to go for the ultimate, but she only got 1 tentacle slap down because she wasn't able to use the Q. The interaction there is when she Qs, or is it W? Basically, that's what the auto attack that does the little tentacle slap. When she does that, it makes all the other tentacles in the area slap as well. But you didn't get... but she didn't get that down because Lulu instantly polymorphed her under tower. She died, and then the fight went downhill from there.
Drop the desktop audio down a hair. Can do. Just did. Tell me if that helps out. I can also buff our microphone. Feel like instead of turn up, it's a buff or a debuff. Debuff the in-game volume a little bit.
All right.
So 11 kills to 17, 4,000 gold, 3,000 gold in the lead for Salty Cheese. This Twitch is starting to come online massive 6-1. Now, something to keep in mind that very late game, if this Twitch steps out of position and gets assassinated, there is not much damage. Oh, Lee Sin going in, down to half health, but there is so many supports here. That Lee Sin is gone. You cannot assassinate Twitch when there is so many supports just around the corner. But if you can assassinate him, Salty Cheese does not have the damage to back up a full team fight.
This is the ADC dream team. I would love to play on this team because you've got a heavy engager who just goes ham. I have to give it to Midnight. He's been making so many plays. And you've got 3 people just whose dedicated lifestyle is keeping you alive. This sounds like so much fun.
Ooh, Alawi pushing into the bot lane, but there's the stun. This is just going to be a dead losing matchup. There's not much. They're just trying to delay the Baron as Alawi continues to push. Jade flashing the wall, but there's going to be Midnight bouncing right afterwards as well. Leona going to sacrifice her life to try to save her AD carry, but Sin Sweet's flashing to safety. And I think they just delayed the inevitable. You can even see the pings onto Alawi saying, why were you not here for the team fight? But they will eventually get that Baron. No surprise there. Definitely not. They're going to try to kill Flag and Drag underneath the turret.
Oh, wow. Okay, looking for the
one
turnaround.
More hit. Yeah. Could die to the turret, though. Flashes. Yeah, the minions actually were the final thing to hit that off. Lee Sin tried to stop this Baron once again. It is going to be being cleaned up. And they're just giving kills left and right as they are trying to stop Salty Cheese from this Baron. But I don't think they will. As let's actually move up a little bit, down to 3,000 health as Tristana goes down as well. And they're still going to get that Baron. There is nothing you can do to stop them from
Wow, this is 12 to 23.
10 kills on this Twitch.
Yeah, in the favor of Salty Cheese and a snowballed hyper carry in the late game. That never feels good.
Oh, Akali flashing in, trying to finish off the Midnight. His passive should be back up at this point, but he's going to bounce himself off to the side. The flame's not enough. Oh, shield being used as well from Lord Reeves. Oh my gosh, and the healing from Midnight is massive. Phantom of Temp not respecting the supports. That is something I'm actually a little bit sad about, is that losing matchup is not respecting the ability of Salty Cheese to heal, shield, and protect. I mean, when you die, like the Lee Sin, and now Akali has done it, going 1v4.
Sounds like a Pentakill album name. Heal, shield, and protect. Actually, that sounds more like easy listening, not metal.
Yeah, that's not heal, shield, and protect. That's Sona right there. So you've got to respect that it's going to take a while to kill these teams. Now, I'm not going to fault the diving per se, because when you have so much, you cannot poke this team out. Soraka heals, Lulu shields. You're just not going to be able to poke this team down. But you have to engage as a group. Even now, if they engage as a 5v3. And Alawi may be strong, especially in team fights, but not that strong. Tristana, their main carry in the bot lane, they need to just give this Infernal over. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to lose more. There's the Taric ultimate coming through. Lee Sin stole the Infernal. He's going to flash the wall, Alawi getting a bit of damage, but sacrificing her life, trying to kill the Lulu. One more hit, not going to be enough.
No focus
and
on
now
the Twitch.
Chasing in onto the Leona. Jade just going to stun, jump into the Twitch, get a little more stun down, but that's it. There's just nothing she can do. And now the Akali way too close for comfort, going to be backing up. And Midnight chasing in.
Oh!
Ooh.
Almost got it. Sweets is in a bad position.
Sin Sweet's going to back off as well, getting a little bit of damage onto the Zac, but he's just going to be healed up. And that's the thing, is that this group of 5 has not moved. From Salty Cheese moves as a group of 5. They never move as 1 or 2, and that could be the death of the Tristana. Zac picking up that one, the turret going down, inhibitor going down as well. They have the Baron buff. I think they may try to finish the game off, as you cannot kill any of these members when they're grouped as 5.
Yeah. As good as a second Infernal feels for a team losing matchup, it's just not going to do anything for them. There's not enough time left in the game without a miraculous comeback.
Or at least a really good delay. That's one of the things, is that you are afraid to delay against the Twitch, but if you can delay until you can get some picks, Lee Sin going to shield the Alawi, but she may still be dead. She goes in trying to finish off the kill. That was just on the shadow of the challenge, at least on the Twitch. A little bit of a stun onto Midnight, but that Zac is super tanky. There's the Taric ultimate coming down. That's going to protect everyone as they go to get this next turret. Immediately stunned up by Leona. Nice stun there. No deaths just yet, but they're trying to get it down. That's going to be Leona falling first. Great heal there from the Jinx, or from the Tristana. Keeps her alive for a moment, jumping off to the side. Still no deaths as the Alawi goes in. Nice ultimate onto the Zac. However, his passive has been popped. Several members backing up, but Lee Sin in there deep. Can he get out? The Akali trying to get the damage down. Lord Reeves now continuing in. That was actually a decent fight by losing matchup.
Yeah, but they did lose the
top lane turret. Now the chase is on. Will they be able to pick anybody off? The Twitch does not have enough mana to fight, at least, without just using a couple auto attacks.
Yeah, being out of mana as an AD carry kind of sucks, but not nearly as bad as a spellcaster. He's oh wow, Lulu 5-1, but I respect this build a lot. Ardent Censor and Athene's Unholy Grail. So
redemption.
Well. So she's just going full support. Not damage at all. So all the eggs are in the Twitch basket right now. They literally don't have any damage, except for Sword of Tar.
But it's working really well. 12, 1, and 9 on this Twitch. He's been involved in over 60%. I think it's like 68% of the kills. My math isn't horrific.
If Twitch dies in a fight, the fight is over. If Twitch doesn't die in a fight, the fight is over. In opposite directions.
If the game is over, just don't talk about it too much. You can say GG in the chat, but don't talk about it too much because we don't want to ruin it for the people that are still watching the game like us. We want to know how the game ends when we watch it, not in the chat. But it looks like, again, Salty Cheese grouping 5 in this bot lane, looking to push down the last lane that has a turret on the outside. It actually has a second-tier turret as well. But they are staying grouped 5. Tristana now rotating down towards the bottom lane. This turret's definitely going to go down before they get there in time. Flag and Dragon. Oh, this is not good as that Illaoi is dead before anything can go down. The team was not there, not engaging with the rest of the team. Sin Sweet's backing off, having to jump as well. The stun's not going to lock her down, but the Zac will to get her flash force out as the Twitch going to come in huge onto Phantom of Tent. Does go invisible, but now turning on to Jade. Locks not going to be able to find the stun, but still going to get the kill, and they continue to push in now.
Midnight
does not even care, flashing away from the wild growth, keeping him alive as well. Fountain not able to finish him off as the polymorphed Akali going to be picked off
the
as
Fountain.
well. The heals down. Yeah, obviously the Fountain needed to move out to get that kill. He is back to full health already.
There's no pauses dancing on the Fountain. And that is pretty much the definition.
My brain's just blown away the fact that Zac went solo health and is already back to full as both Nexus turrets are going to fall. The Illaoi going to go in just for one last ultimate, trying to have a little dance party in the mid lane with those tentacles. The Tristana just going to get crushed down as well. Lee Sin, fancy moves, not going to save this base as the Nexus will fall. Leona, the last to be picked up as the Nexus will go down. Zac doing the jelly blob dance as it finishes off. And Team Salty Cheese picks up the first game of the night.
More like Team Supportal Combat. That worked out beautifully, despite Lord Reeves not getting the pick that he wanted to. That was just a beautiful play out of everybody on that team. And now comes the very difficult part of
well, I think something to comment on is that while Team Salty Cheese definitely played really, really well, and one of my favorite things about it was that they grouped 5. After about the 12-minute mark, they never split up. They always stayed as a group of 5, and that's exactly what they needed to do to keep from being assassinated by the Akali or Lee Sin or somebody. But what I didn't like was losing matchup, in my personal opinion, needed to play versus that much, much better. So I was all right with definitely Nacho pushing and split pushing, as she can clear minions really fast. She has the teleport. She can teleport into a team fight if those situations occur. But she should not be split pushing when her team with the Tristana and the Akali, which are so good at wave clear, are also pushing into another turret and forcing a 5v4 in which they're just going to get engaged upon and die. And especially around the Baron, personal opinion was they should have just let the other team have the Baron. They don't have a good siege comp. Let them have the Baron and see what they can do and maybe pick off some kills at the tail end of the Baron when they're recalling, rather than just going in. They fed, like, I want to say 5 kills just trying to stop the Baron, still didn't stop the Baron, and didn't even get the bottom lane turret until after Illaoi died and then teleported back in to finish the bottom turret off.
Yeah, and that was one of those, look, you have to either group as 5. So what should have happened is Illaoi should have teleported in, because Illaoi's not, like, there's no place as good for Illaoi as a fight in the Baron pit, because everyone's grouped up. Your tentacles are everywhere there, and that was actually a turning point in the game if Illaoi had been there. Anyway, all that to say, MVPs and honorable mentions. Let's see. This is going to be a tough one. MVP for team losing matchup. Let's see. I'm actually probably going to give it to definitely Nacho. Yes, he has the most deaths, but there were several fights. The one fight that they actually did win was on his shoulders. Granted, he did get turned around on and got 1v1, but he was the only one really winning his lane, or at least going even in his lane. Him and Briar were trading kills back and forth, but there was definitely he killed tower first, so he was doing something in his lane. Versus all of the other lanes, while no one particularly fed, there was no pressure on any of the other lanes. So I'd give it to definitely Nacho, and there's no pause for the honorable mention. He did do several ganks. He did get caught out a little bit, but he got some ganks. He got some kills down and put a little bit of pressure on the map. Not as much as I would have liked to see. There should have been even more pressure down bot, because remember my prediction. Twitch gets fed, we win the game. If Twitch doesn't get fed, they lose the game. So I'm not even going to attempt that name. Probably MVP. This is going to be a surprise, because you think I'd go with the 6, right? I'm going to give it to Midnight, because his ham engages. He engaged like 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
Just over and over and over again. On point, perfect shooting with the elastic slingshot, and forcing fights that allowed Twitch to get fed, because it's almost impossible to dive an ADC when you're the team getting engaged on. So you've got an honorable MVP for Midnight, and honorable mention for Kaokujin. That's my name there, and I'm sticking to it.
Kujin. I like Briar. You mean because he didn't get a Luden's Echo? That's why he gets MVP.
Yes, that is exactly why he gets MVP. He did not build AP on Zach. But the cheese, I have to give you serious props for that Taric top lane. It worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. Surprising amounts of damage early game. That was pretty cool. I have to also just give Reeves props for not getting his favored pick, but still going 5-1. Yeah.
5-1-19. Like that. Yeah, that's just absurd. Just absurd. I was shot calling it though.
Oh, okay, Reeves. I have to give you props for your shot calls. The rotation to the Infernal Drake and the rotation up to the
rotation overall.
Yeah.
Just